Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the James Madison Dukes offense takes the field to start this game off. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
Running back searching for a hole. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. An early test for this defense on 3rd and inches. And the Dukes will move the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. All kinds of running room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
The Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Touch pass on the run. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. It'll be a draw. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. Oh, gave the defender the business. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Dukes are rolling down the field. Inside the 45. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in the double coverage. So,
and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense doing that fumble and securing it. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Lockett. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
First down on the offense.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Second down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Takes the easy completion. Afterburners coming. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to LSU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 15. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Slings it downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Quick pass on the jet motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
This time he's got it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After that completion, move the chains. Now first down. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Hoosiers in the hurry-up. He'll just keep slinging it. They're trying to get to it. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. On first down, here comes this offense. Hands it off. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll immediately call timeout. The Dukes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spot.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the
Quarterback.
I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Indiana, 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack, even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls. And most of the time, I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
And the Dukes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll field the punt and take it back. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
grabbed over the middle. It's Wilkins. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Dudes are marching down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, running back on the move. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Now, a 4th down.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Sticks it in his belly. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes!
No monkey business. 1st down, from downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They'll run this play from the pistol. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Touchdown, James Madison! And the punishment has been extended. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Shoots it to the left. And that pass is intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Just steamrolling his way through. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Dukes! And the route is on.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
James Madison, 45, Indiana.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Going up top on first down. And his first throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're working that left side. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
On second down, he'll fire. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Indiana.
Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Oh, better look out! And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Give to the big fullback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff to the fullback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Give to the fullback. Touchdown, James Madison! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. He shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing, dude.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Second down now after the sack. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. They want to run this quarterback. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan.
Touchdown, Dukes! And the stomping has commenced.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're bringing heat. Took a shot as he threw.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Line gets set. 1st down. The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a...
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Wants to throw on third down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play.
Green 25.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.